I have a stock down, which is DNC chair Ken Martin. The Washington Post with a story yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, whenever it was, that the DNC expected big money after the big Democratic wins in 2025, but the large checks did not flood back. The DNC major donor team in a major struggle. The DNC grassroots donor team is like keeping the place afloat. So, you know, it's really the $25 donations that are saving that, and the big donors haven't come back.
Yeah, it reminds me of the old Will Rogers quote. It's like, I'm not a member of any organized party. I'm a Democrat.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There was this great tweet from Natasha Korecki, DNC chair Ken Martin, trying to calm nerves on lagging RNC and fundraising. We don't need to outraise Republicans, Martin said. We just need to raise enough money to be in the ring to be able to compete and fight. Brother, no, we need to raise the money. We need to outraise the Republicans.
I'm pretty sure that was a Muhammad Ali quote, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
exactly. I was like, have you ever seen a boxing match? Like, famously, you do not want to be in the ring with no punches and no defense.
The major donor troubles are nothing new over there. This is from January. Vulnerable House Republicans confronting Ken Martin over the committee's anemic fundraising. But then last year, same person, Natasha Korecki, DNC chair Ken Martin shrugs off DNC's lopsided fundraising when compared to Republicans, saying it's no surprise Donald Trump has sold the government to billionaires. It went from money's not even good, and now it's like, well, we don't even need it.
I mean, you know, it's not especially surprising. How much money went to the Sphere? Like,
So, hey,
Rob
the
will
Sphere,
die
the
on this
Sphere was
hill.
the Sphere was a good buy, all right? Here's the actual thing about the Sphere. People were like, why'd you spend gazillions of dollars on the Sphere? We got it for $400,000. That's nothing. It's a steal. It's a steal.
Misinformation really is out of control these days.
Yeah, we had important things to spend money on.
until this moment, I had been wondering who was responsible for this.
You're
for
looking
this.
at it, brother.
That's why he's been reduced to doing
That's why I'm on a
podcast.
show.
Is that why you're on this show? Is that
Rob's
how the
still paying
title?
down
Is
the debt.
that how the title of the show came to be?
Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing: the Sphere guy. This is the indentured punishment for the DNC, which is that I have to do this show until we earn it back. You know, so please buy our show, Rebecca and Morris. But you know, listen, I'm committed. I'm doing this show. Ken Martin not committed. Last year, famously, for those who were not paying attention, was leaked on a call saying, "I don't know if I want to do this anymore," and he got the recording. I get it, brother. It's a hard job. And here's the thing: Ken, he is a nice man. And the thing with Ken is he was the Minnesota DFL chair.
Yeah.
He came out of the state party chairs, and sort of the dynamic in the DNC chair race was that basically everybody who was an operative, Pelosi, all the big donors wanted this guy, Ben Wickler, who was the chair of the Wisconsin Democratic Party. And who's great. And like was who I was supporting. And Ken Martin had the support of a lot of the state party chairs because that's sort of the world he came from. State party chairs, way more leverage in who gets to decide the DNC chair. And so Ken won, and he won by making a lot of promises to state party chairs. And in doing that has spent a lot of money to make those promises to state party chairs to do as much as previous chairs. And it has led to a DNC that is, in addition to what they took on for the campaign, the massive Sphere budget and the debts that sort of a traditional campaign, like the Obama campaign had, $7 million in debt when they came out too, additional debt spending that has been going on at the DNC.
Yeah, and like, I don't need to defend Ken Martin here. Like, I don't think things have gone smoothly here. But also, I have some sympathy for him because, like, let's be honest, like, our brand is not good right now. Like, it's not a good time to be like, we are the establishment of the Democratic Party. So, like, there are people I think that could raise more money or be more compelling messengers for the party. But I also think it's kind of a job that is a tough one for anyone to navigate. Amanda Lippman, our old pal, wrote a good piece this week on how nobody really understands, like, what the DNC does and is responsible for. And, like, I think he's just, like, in a tough spot. But
that's weird because every time I go onto Twitter, the DNC, I'm pretty sure the DNC is responsible for everything.
Exactly.
It's all powerful.
They're like,
all
Trump
powerful.
is about to
both,
nuke Iran because of the DNC somehow.
It is both the most inept organization in the world, but also simultaneously responsible for every woe that has ever taken place.
Exactly. It's a thing. It's all these people are like, the DNC is terrible and also controls the weather,
It's like the old joke. It's like the portions are, the food was terrible and the portion's so small.
Exactly. And, Guy Cecil, who is the former head of Priorities USA, a big super PAC, Dem operative, and person who's very well connected, tweeted, huge debt, meager fundraising, scaled back plans which were already too small, and repackaged stale ideas isn't where we should be. Democrats around the country, including many DNC staffers, are busting their ass, but the DNC leadership is failing us. How long can this go on? And Matt Iglesias tweeting, then deleting. Is there some mechanism by which we can just do a DNC coup and install Ben Wickler to fix this, giving the job to Martin because he promised side payments to various state party chairs with money he can't raise is not a good way to run the show. And here's the thing. I was on the Biden campaign in 2019. I ran digital. I came in late in the primary, and digital was not a thing that we had invested in a lot as a campaign for Joe Biden.
Which is good because there was not a global pandemic. Like, it would have been a terrible time for a global pandemic to hit.
And so there's this thing where, you know, we come out of the campaign, the world is on fire. We have a digital team that is like, I think 10 people, and we needed to rely on the DNC. And the thing is what's going to happen at the end of this primary, this is one thing the DNC is really, really important for, is what's going to happen at the end of this primary is that whoever wins is going to be broke and exhausted. And the nice thing about 2020 was there was a DNC team that we could plug right into to do big stuff. And right now, we have a DNC that is spending tons of money on crazy side projects, basically, while there are amazing staff there who are grinding, working really hard. And like, I think about that grassroots fundraising team that is raising tons and tons of money to keep the lights on. But it just feels to me like what is going on at the top is not setting up the party for the things that it actually needs to be focused on.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think it's bad to be sending money to invest in state parties. Like,
but you just have to have the money.
Yes, that's a major problem. That's one of the few
I think you should be sending money to state parties. I think we should be spending tons of money to state parties, but you got to go raise it. And if you're the chair of the party, you either have to be good at fundraising or be good on TV. You can't be neither.
Yes, I do think that's a problem. I do think we should have gone with someone who's either a compelling messenger for the party or filthy rich or knows all the people who are filthy rich, and Ken Martin seems to be none of the above.
Maybe our collective expectations for the DNC chair, because it's always been disappointing. But like, that position seems just like, it's like hosting the Oscars, right? It's like what mayor of New York used to be before Mamdani. I mean, it's just like a miserable spot to be in, and I feel like it's a lose-lose. I would love to have seen Ben in that position. I feel like Ben's still got a long career in this whole space anyway, and so I'm excited to see what he does next. I don't know that relegating him to DNC chair would have achieved what we're hoping it would have.
That is true.
It is true. We don't want to bind his upside like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, it is true if you think about it. It's like Tom Perez, Martin O'Malley, like Howard Dean. Like, the DNC has just been like chaired by people who are like doomed to lose whatever they run for.
Nobody knows anything.